What's up guys, it's Rework, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be having a look at the latest patch notes for Valorant 33 and a third. Looks very interesting. But before we go into it, let's have a look at the tweet they posted. After an infernal 4-1 Spike Rush match, it was determined April 1st would be the annual Valorant Hotfix Day. Read patch notes 33 and a third here. And they got this very nice picture of the new agent coming. I don't know what their name is, but they do look very good. It looks like it's going to kind of be a mesh of all of them in the game. So it looks very interesting. Today's the start of our annual hotfix schedule. We've decided it's only fair that we listen to you at least once a year every April 1st. Yeah, that sounds good. Today is also the last time we'll deliver patch notes in this format. Soon you'll have to follow each developer's individual Clubhouse account in order to learn about the latest changes. Good luck. What's Clubhouse? Is it like a platform? I don't think I've ever heard of it. It might be like a dev thing. That'll be interesting to find out. It'd be interesting to see how the community sort of picks this up and moves with it. You know, they're changing the way they're approaching to the community, which is a risky change, but it might pay off. You know, who knows? They're innovating. Agent updates. Okay, so it looks like Brimstone's got a buff here. Sky Smoke duration increased from 20 seconds to 100. Now this, I think, is a good change because, you know, Brimstone is pretty underplayed compared to his other agents in the competitive meta right now. Just because he's very standard. He's not that interesting of a character. He doesn't do much. He does stuff. What he does well, but it doesn't. What he does isn't that useful. I mean, it was useful in the back in the beta eras. He was meta because the meta there was teamwork and CS-like play, but now it's changed up a bit. He's fallen off. So this buff, I think, is a good change to his utility. Players loved the changes to Brimstone smoke duration, and we want to double down on the potency of the output. All right, next up we have changes to Breach. Flashpoint. Charges are now replenished on cooldown. Charges reduced from 3 to 1 and charges cooldown on 5 seconds. That is I think this is a good change as well. You know, they're definitely taking steps in the right direction here. Breaches, the thing about Breach's flashes is when you have 3, you can just spam them. What you just do is spam. The people would, because Breach flashes they're very visible and quite easy to avoid because of how little they move. They're on a focus point. They're quite easy to avoid, and so spamming them was a really kind of a too viable strategy. So I think changing this to a cooldown actually adds more skill and more. It makes the one flash you have more valuable in case, and you need more use cases out of it. And you need to work with your teammates to get that value from it. We felt Breach was getting too much value out of consequent flashes and wanted to create windows of opportunity for players to peek between them. That is how Breach is very powerful in that regard, and I'm glad they're nerfing him in that way. Very good. Good change. Good change. Phoenix curveball. Mouse 3 now throws a flash upwards. Mouse 4 now throws a flash downwards. Mouse 5 now throws a flash backwards, and mouse 6 now throws a flash between his legs. Yeah, this is also a very good change. Phoenix's his flashes are probably the least versatile just because of their range. What you can do with Phoenix's flashes now, say you're trapped in like a corner and there's 2 people pushing you, now you can throw a flash behind you through your legs and it'll hit the enemy. And I think it'll give you more opportunity to outplay your enemy in those types of situations. Like, no matter how, they are quite rare, but you know, when you do encounter them, it is now much easier to take them out both. So I think this is a good change. It's a good change. It allows for more outplay in the 2v1 scenario. Very good, very good. Phoenix's flashes have felt a bit underwhelming against the roster, and we wanted to find more creative ways for them to flash. Yep, that's pretty much what I said. Cypher! Oh no, I think it looks like Cypher's got a name change here. Spycam, formerly known as Cypher. Cypher now replaced by a Spycam. Spycam's new signature is Cypher. Pressing E now possesses a Cypher that can run around as a normal player. Okay, so it looks like now you start out as a Spycam and you possess Cypher. So it looks like his cyborginess has kind of overtaken him, and now the camera owns him, which is kind of scary. I don't know how this is going to work. Is the camera, where's the camera going to start? Because the Cypher normally places down the camera, but since the camera is now taken over his body, where's it going to start? Is it just going to start like near spawn and you can take him over, or is it just going to be back and forth? Who knows? Okay, so now that's all the agent changes that we've had. Let's now have a look at the weapon updates. Melee weapons replaced with 2 picks that better represent their hitbox. This, I feel like, is also a really good change. You know, this is a cosmetic change, but I feel like it does aid with visibility and accessibility because it represents better how melee works. I would say overall good change. I don't know how this is going to affect cosmetics. Maybe they'll just shrink their model slightly, but I do think this is a good change. Map updates, split. Added support for reflections using real-time ray tracing in split sewer puddles. This is also a very good change. Puddles are hard to decorate in video gaming, in game development, alright? Especially in VALORANT, where everything's meant to look simple. But the sewer's wall are just bare grey. There's not much opportunity for like random decorations and stuff. So adding ray tracing to the water, I feel like is a way to subtly add extra depth and detail to that place. Honestly, a very good change from Riot here. Honestly, all changes to here have been spectacular. I've just been loving it. Competitive updates. Rank reset. We've realised our competitive mode can get somewhat stressful at times, so we set everyone to the same rank. Okay, one of the best changes I've seen to add to the game, honestly. Competitive mode sucks, we all know it. Pro players are not doing well at it, and it's just a mess. There's elo hell, there's all sorts of these massive problems with it, so just removing it altogether I feel like was the best move for the future of the game. You know, I think removing the competitive aspects, all the esports, all the tournaments, and focusing on the casual scene, I do think it's the best move for the future of the game, because, you know, the casual scene is where it's at the moment. No one cares about esports, really. So, yeah, a good move from Riot as well. Remove skill-based matchmaking. Yep, exactly. Best move for VALORANT. Get rid of the competitive scene. No one really wants it, to be honest. Okay, quality of life changes. We've had some changes here. We've had the revision of the minimum specs here. CPU, the Intel Pentium 3. The GPU, 3DFX Voodoo 2 or NVIDIA Riva TNT. 64 megabytes of RAM. And for an internet, your minimum is a 28K modem. This is another great change. You do not need a god tier PC to run VALORANT. A lot of people call it a mobile game, and I feel like adding these specs as a minimum closer resembles that of a mobile phone, which most people compare VALORANT to. It's a step towards bringing VALORANT to the mobile market, I think, by optimizing it heavily. You can put it on mobile phones, and I think this is what they're trying to do here, and I think it's working. Very good. Good job. Right. We see you. Mobile VALORANT, maybe in the future, hopefully. I'll definitely play it. To better support low bandwidth minispec players, we will mail players 10,586 floppy disks for the initial game install. This is a good change. I think it allows for people without good internet connections to install the game quicker. I don't know how efficient 10,586 floppy disks are, but I guess we'll have to see. But my main problem with this change is VALORANT is an all-online game. I don't really see how it will work. Honestly, in the future and stuff. So I'm interested to see how this is implemented, if people use it at all, and if people use it, how well it works. But yeah, we'll continue to see. Riot Vanguard will now automatically capture your thoughts for pre-thought cheat detection. This is a good change, I think. Riot Vanguard, we all know it's very invasive. It accesses your computer a lot, and it goes very deep. It has a kernel level connection or something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think allowing it to read your mind is honestly the next step in defending this game from cheaters. It's making Riot's Vanguard the top tier anti-cheat for in-gaming right now, definitely. Moving accuracy updated to match ideal VALORANT gameplay. All weapons are now 100% accurate all the time. Another brilliant change. You know, no one likes standing still. Standing still just slows the pace of the game down. Why would you want to stand still when you can just run everywhere? It's so much more fun, it's so much more enjoyable, and especially when you're trying to just remove the competitive speed like they've done here by removing the competitive matchmaking. You definitely want to make it more fun and less competitive, you know? That's what you're aiming for with this game, and I think this is a good change to enable that. Movement speed increased by 250%. Another great change. It ties in with the weapon accuracy change. It makes this game more casual, you know? It just makes it more casual, and it turns VALORANT from a tactical shooter into a movement shooter, which is I think is always a good thing, especially with the B-hop mechanic. How easy it is to move. I think it might just straight up turn into Quake if they had auto B-hop. That might be really good. One problem I have is I don't know how this is going to affect utility usage, because utility in VALORANT is a vital part of the game, and I think this might nullify it a lot when you could just use it all and then just go somewhere else very quickly. So I'm interested to see how that balances everything out. But anyways, it doesn't look like they're caring about balance really here, because they've removed competitive matchmaking, so I don't think balance is a priority anymore, which is all very good. Minimap removed to prevent ghosting on streams. Another brilliant change. You know, Minimaps remove skill in Valorant, I think, and Counter-Strike's minimap is very limited in what it can do, but in Valorant you can see the entire map and everything that is going on, and it removes the need for communication. So when you remove the minimap, you add skill, which is another thing. I don't know how this is going to work with the removal of the competitive scene entirely, but I guess we'll have to see. Server FPS has been capped at 15 to save on server costs. Okay, I do like this. I mean, I don't really know how much money they're making on skins, so I don't really know how well this is going to integrate itself. Client FPS has been capped at 15 to that server FPS. Yes, it'll make it'll make it way more filmic. It'll make it way more immersive and cinematic, and I think that is a good improvement for the game. Crosshair customization has been removed and replaced with crosshair randomization. I think this is a great way to introduce variety into the game. You know, crosshairs, once you have a crosshair, you sort of stick with it forever, you know? And I think, like, doing this, it'll make you find out more ways to, and different crosshairs to use. And, you know, if you find what you like, you can't keep it. You cannot opt out of crosshair randomization, and this new improved setting will set random values for each of the old crosshair settings every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds? Okay, so it's going to be quite quick. In order to improve fairness, 10% of all headshots are dropped and no damage will be dealt. I do think this is a good change as well. You know, they're trying to improve the casual scene, and headshots aren't really a fair mechanic. You know, it's much more balanced to spray people down. The people who have better recoil control can hit more shots, and I think that is a good way to change. But headshots will be kind of risk reward now. You'll only have a 10% chance, so if it doesn't do damage, you'll just die, and I think there's a great way to balance it in the future. Normalized ping for all players in game. Now I don't really know how they're going to do this. Are they going to have to install a server inside the houses of all the players? This is a weird one. I don't really know how they're going to do this, but I'm sure Riot can do it with all their skin money. To combat input/networking latency, all gunfire will be predicted by the server rather than requiring players to press any buttons. Another great change. You know, Pika's advantage is a massive problem. Movement will always be slightly delayed, so allowing players to never shoot and making it random adds more. It's more casual as well. It's more tense. You know, who's going to shoot first? Ooh, you never know. The accuracy of your shots will be determined by your rank. Tactical VO will now loudly report on every person, place, or object visible to the player. Another great change here. It'll just lower the skill ceiling even more. You know, Valorant is already a very visibility game with a very good game in terms of communication, or the lack thereof, I mean, because of the minimap, you know? So why not just up it and make it more casual? No one has to talk to anyone when everything is on screen. It's reported as a voiceover. Additionally, tactical VO will now also call out positions of objects and people in your home. Now, I don't know about this one because I don't really know how it'll affect the gameplay, but I do think it ties in with Riot's Vanguard accessing your brain, so it'll access your memories and your ears and all your senses, and it'll be able to pick up who is in your home and where, and report that to your teammates. Now, I don't really know how they're going to record all the voice lines for everything in everyone's home, but I'm sure they'll get it done. Cosmetic updates. Deleted the Prime Vandal, a great change. Everyone knows the Prime Vandal is just 100% accurate all the time for no reason, but it's kind of a bugged weapon in the sense that it just is more accurate. Added a permanent matte black skin bundle to the store, which is available for free. Okay, matte black is the color of the default skins, or the no skins, I mean, is what I'm saying. So maybe they'll replace the matte black that we already had with a different texture. It's all very interesting, very good. It might be like a dev texture or invisible. You never know. You don't know which gun you're holding. You know, if it's invisible, that's really cool, actually. The weapons update team don't know this, but we're going to go into the code and remove operators and marshals from the game. Good change. Operators and marshals will be too valuable, especially with the random shooting. You can just hold on someone, and if you click first, they die. You know, it's too OP in the meta set right now, and I think it is going to. Despite what you read above, we are going to be revamping the ping system. Good. The ping system is, I think it's a bit too OP. You can ping through walls, you can ping bomb, and it just lowers the skill setting even more. All existing options will be replaced with going P. Okay, so maybe there's the next map. I think the name has been leaked. It's going to be called Foxtrot. I'm really hoping for a forest in that, honestly. That would be really cool. With similar gameplay to Ascent. That's what I'm hoping for. But that means this map might have. It's going to have 14 bomb sites. I don't know how that's going to work, Maybe every single location will be a bomb site. Maybe the spawns will be a bomb site. Maybe the map will be, maybe it might be a battle royale map, 2-team battle royale map, and there's 14 bomb sites, and there's 20 people on each team. That will be really interesting. It'll be interesting to see the route that Riot takes this game. Hopefully, if it goes beyond that, it'll be awesome. It'll introduce way more players into the game and maybe a whole new competitive mode entirely. Very good. Bow and arrow users from that other game are being preemptively banned. Spamming I need healing in chat will not be tolerated, so we're trying to prevent them from happening early on. That's one to read me. I don't know what they're really talking about here. As you wait for your queue, we'll play Sandstorm to pump you up. That's a good change. I love Darude, and I love their song Sandstorm. Don't know about copyright issues though with Twitch and such. How that will affect the streamers, because the streaming community in VALORANT is huge. Bugs. It looks like we've got some bug fixes here. Fixed a bug that made some abilities cause damage, and fixed a bug that was allowing players to climb out of their current rank. Now this is good. This just removes all ability causing damage, I think, which will increase the skill ceiling, and disallowing players to climb out of their rank is also good. I mean, if you've played VALORANT for long enough, your rank represents your skill, and you won't really improve from there. Let's be honest. So not allowing people to climb their rank is a good change as well. And I think that is it for this patch. I hope you did enjoy. If you like this video, leave a like. If you dislike this video, leave a dislike. Subscribe if you're new. And thanks for watching. Tap out. Peace.